Happening today, the University of Michigan's Board of Regents is voting to recommend Olympian Michael Phelps to receive an honorary degree. If approved, Phelps would be awarded the degree at spring graduation. Phelps was enrolled at Michigan for a short period when he swam for Club Wolverine. He spent 4 years in Ann Arbor preparing for the 2008 Beijing Olympics. He went there to train under his coach, who was hired to coach Michigan's swim team. Phelps never earned a formal degree, but his 28 Olympic medals probably make up for that.